On the Formatting In-text Citations bubble on MLA Practice, we're going to use the same video for both of these bubbles. They work the exact same. So since I've already completed them, I'm going to have to go in and do this quiz me. If it will let me. There we go. So here at the very beginning, we see what we are sourcing. So for this one, it's the book Promises by Catherine Lawrence. And then underneath, we see the source material. So the first day of school finally arrived. When Sophia's alarm went off, she yawned and rubbed her eyes. It was still dark outside. Reluctantly, she began to get dressed. This comes to us again from this book, Chapter 7, page 120. The next part that No Red Ink is going to show you is the student's essay. So here we can see that yawned and rubbed her eyes is being quoted from that original source material. Now you'll notice that this quote occurs in the middle of the sentence. It's not just at the very end. We still want our citation to be at the very end. So you're going to want to begin with a opening parenthesis, then the author's last name, which we find up above. Make sure you spell these correctly, because if they're spelled wrong, you're not going to get points. Then you want to hit one space, type in the page number, and then close the parentheses. You don't want to have a space between the end parenthesis and that period. Now here in this sentence, we see that our quoted material, "it always cheers me up," occurs at the end of the sentence. So we're going to do this one a little bit differently than we did the one before. So first we want to remove this period. That way it's not standing in between our quotation marks. Then at the end of the quotation marks, we're going to hit space, that opening parenthesis again, and then the author's last name. So in this case, it's Holland, which we find up above. Then we want to hit space, type in the page number, close the parentheses, and then put a period. So these are the only two forms of citations that you're going to see in this bubble. So if it occurs at the end of the sentence, this is what you want it to look like. So the end quotation marks, space, beginning parenthesis, author's last name, space, page number, end parenthesis, and then your period. The only other one is if it occurs in the middle, the only difference there being that you don't have the quotation mark to deal with. Make sure you are not forgetting that period on the outside. That's going to be key on this one. If this video still hasn't helped you quite enough, don't be afraid to email me.